Not recognizing?
You need to mirror it.
Oh, no. Uh, then if you have got the connector, we have got the other
It's the
port.
same one.
VGM, I know.
Yeah.
The VGA is different.
You have
I have-
connection for VGA here?
Yeah, I have got the.
You have VGA here?
No, I don't have VGA here. I need one VGA here. Okay, doesn't matter. Yeah, if you can. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's not recognizing. That's what. Oh, it's not recognizing. Okay. Just connect this end of the wall. So we'll have short kirtan followed with the Bhagavad Gita discourse. So please be attentive. Please come forward so that new devotee they can join at the end. Please come forward. There's plenty of space here. All of you, please come forward. Yes. Yeah, that's don't worry. No, this will not work. It's not going to work. This one. Okay, just try this one. Just try this. Goes there. Going there. Okay. Goes. Okay, good. That might be the trick. That may be the trick. Can you check that? Yeah, it appears like it's coming. I got Prabhu. I got the connector. Can you switch this one? Looks like it's working. Oh, it's magic. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Praya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Praya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavade Paschata Deshatarine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavane Paschata Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadadha Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Binda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadadha Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Binda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadadha शिवासदि गौर भक्तवृंदा जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय राधा गोपीनाथ श्री राधे राधा गोपीनाथ श्री राधे जय राधा गोविंद श्री राधे राधा गोविंद श्री राधे जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रमा जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रमा जय गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय निताय गौर हरि बोल के गौर हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल के गौर हरि बोल जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की ऑल गोस ऑल। वेलकम टू संडे फेस्ट program. So today we have Bhagavad Gita discourse, and you know the topic today? Anyone knows the topic today's discussion? Every Sunday we have the Sunday Feast program, and there is a particular topic is given to discuss. So today's topic is how to give up bad habits. And very practical questions we have got in our real life, that how to give up bad habits. And Bhagavad Gita has got the solution for all the real life problems. Not just this thing, but many other things. How to get peace, how to go back to Godhead, how to live life in as per the scripture. And and there are so many other practical problems that real life problems that you have. There is solution in Bhagavad Gita. So today's topic is how to give up bad habits. Now, you are doing casual work, Sometimes you get job, sometimes you don't have job. And all of a sudden somebody offers you, would you like to join full-time job? Would you like to join full-time job? Is that correct? Would you like it? Raise your hand. How many people will agree with me that if you have casual job earlier and later on somebody offers you full-time job, do you like to go for full-time job or not? Raise your hand, how many are there? Okay, good. Okay. In your home, the kids sometimes they eat, all the soil and here other things. But if you give him good food, he will likely eat it or not? He will like it, isn't it? Even the few days old kids, if you put honey, nipple kind of thing, they will like it. So see, in the life, to come out from something which is bad and to go to something which is good, the change is in the test. When the test gets changed, you move forward. Like you have earlier temporary job, casual job, then after you came to ISKCON, doing some seva, Krishna gave you mercy, and somebody offers come for full-time job. You immediately go there, isn't it? Because the taste is different. Earlier you didn't have any sick leave and all those kinds of leave. Now you have got everything. And also more money. So to leave the old habit and to get to the new habit, the most important thing is the higher test. If you have higher test than the previous one, then you will go for that. It is natural tendency. Is that correct? It's very natural. Even the cat, dog or rat, if you love them, they will love you. If you hit them, they will hit you back. Very natural. So the higher test is required to give up bad test. That is the trick. This is the tip. If you know this tip, how to get higher test, and stick to that, you will give up all your bad habits. Everybody knows smoking is bad. Everybody knows. Even it in the the cigarette packet also written, not good for health, this and that. But still people buy it and they smoke it, and they kill their life. Some people are gamblers. They know the gambling doesn't give you money. It takes away the money. 1 in a million gets the lottery ticket, isn't it? But everybody thinks, I will be the winner. And they buy the ticket. So how to give up those bad habits? That is the challenge in real life. But Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He knows everything. He has given this body, he knows the problem of this body, he knows the solution of that body as well. Everything is there in our scripture. So Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita that how you can give up bad habits. Arjuna didn't want to fight. He said, how can I fight? I will be fighting with my own, master, spiritual master. I will be fighting with my own relatives. How will I have peace in my life? But then Krishna convinced that you are not the body. You are not the body. You are soul. Body will come and go, but the soul is eternal. Soul has neither birth nor death. Na jayate mete eva kadachi nanyam bhuta bhavita na bhuya ajo nityam sastoya purano na hanitya hanmane sarire. There is no birth or death for the soul. Then he gave the knowledge. When Arjuna fully surrendered to Krishna, then only Krishna started instructing. Till that time, it was friendship. Both were friends. Then when Arjuna says, Sisteham sadhimam tvam prapannam, then he started speaking. That you are talking big learned things, but you don't know. So then he is telling, Na tvevaham jatu nasam, na tvam neme janadipa, na chair na bhavisham, sarve vemtapam. Never was there a time when I did not exist, nor you, nor all these kings. So how to get, and then when he got that instructions, then his mind got changed. Then he was ready to fight. That is what it is. Knowledge is important. Without knowledge, if you are doing something which is under emotions you are doing, or you are some kind of fanatic. But with knowledge, if you do it, then you will never leave that work that you are doing it, because you are fully in knowledge. So Krishna says, Chaturvida bhajante mam, jana sukrito arjuna, arto jigyasu artharti, jnani cha bhartasava. There are 4 kinds of pious people, they render service to me. Chaturvida bhajante mam, jana sukrito arjuna. Arto, one who is interested. Jigyasu, one is inquisitive. Artharti, one who wants some money, some wealth. And the jnani. But then what he says? Out of all these 4, who is the best? Tesham jnani nityukta ek bhaktir vishishyate priyohu jnani artartham aham sachamam priya. Among all the 4, who is the best? Jnani. Why? Because he is in knowledge. A person who is coming for money, he will get the money and he will forget Krishna. Chances are there. Because his motto is to get money only. One who is inquisitive, he will learn something about Krishna and then he may forget. After one, he has got physical health problem, some medical problem, he will become fitter. He will say, okay, now I got my thing, what I wanted. Now I don't want to come to ISKCON temple now anymore. Chances are there. But Jnani, one who is in knowledge, he will never forget Krishna. Why? Because he knows Krishna is the Supreme Personality Godhead. Whatever he has got is because of Krishna. Now just look at your life. You eat, sleep, you live life, you breathe, you drink water, everything. Who is giving you this? Mother Nature. Isn't that true? Who has created this Mother Nature? Krishna. As Krishna says, Aham sarvas prabho mata sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddhavavashamita. I am the source of all spiritual material worlds. Everything emanates from me. And the wise who knows this engage in my devotional service. So everything has emanated from Krishna. So this earth planet is also given by Krishna. Nothing comes by chance, The Big Bang Theory says, oh, there's something happened and everything starts moving in perfect order. Is it possible? Is it possible that moon will start moving around the earth only? Earth starts moving over the sun. The moon is not moving around the Mercury and some other planet. And there is 24 hours a day, everything is falling in perfect order. People can predict when there is sun, solar eclipse, when there is lunar eclipse. People can predict that. That means everything is arranged by someone who is very highly intelligent to take place. And that is also Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. Isn't that? Maya adhyakshen prakriti suite sa characharam hetu nanin konteya jagat vipivarti. By my order, everything is moving around in perfect way. So that is the position of Krishna. So Jnani knows this, Krishna's position. So he will never leave Krishna. So ISKCON has arranged this kind of class so that you become Jnani. So that you learn yourself. So that you will never go back from ISKCON temple, from ISKCON society. Because there you got the knowledge. That knowledge will stick you back to this organization. Because now you are in perfect, you know who is the Supreme. It's not like this. Oh, there are hundreds of Bhagavan there in India, people say that. Bhagavan Shiv is there, Mata Durga, all are Bhagavan. That is not the way. Scripture has given a definition of Bhagavan to that extent. Who has given the definition? Vyasdev, father, Parashar Muni. Aishwarya samagrasya viras yasasya jnana vairagyasya sannam bhagati gana. One who has 6 opulences all the time, unlimited, he can be categorized as Bhagavan. And if you see those 6 opulences, you will find only Krishna has that. No one else has got that. Aishwarya means richness. How much rich Krishna was? That he had 16,108 wives. For each wife he had big palace made of marbles and gold and emeralds. And then how much So Asher Veer, how much Veer he was, how much heroic he was, he could lift the Govardhan Parvat little finger. Has anyone has done that? Any other incarnation has done that? No, but not. So when the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, has come, he showed all these 6 opulences. Asher, Samanga, Veeras, Yasasya, Yasasvi. How much famous he was, even Brahma used to come for his help. That was his position. Jnana Vairagasya Sanma. How much jnani he was? He is given the Bhagavad Gita instructions, and that's the instruction independent of time. Even today we are following that instructions. And renunciation. How much renounced order Krishna was? Krishna had 116,008 wives, but he was not attached to any one of them, including with Mata Radharani. You know that? There was Raj dance was going on. Mata Radharani thought, oh, Krishna is dancing only with me. The moment she thought, Krishna vanished from there. Krishna vanished from there. He is in the most renounced order. In fact, when he was going to Prabhas, when the end was coming, when leaving the planet, Krishna didn't tell any of his wives that he is going to leave it. Whom he told? He told to, he gave instruction, Uddhav, he told to his own Sarthi. Anyone knows the Sarthi of Krishna's chariot? Daruk, yes, Mata, you're right, absolutely right, Daruk. So he gave the last instructions, just before he left the planet, he gave the last instruction to Daruk. That tell, all the Dwarkavasi to leave that place, because this whole thing will go under the water. And then go to and instructed Arjuna to, and take help of Arjuna to take them to Indraprastha. To take them to Indraprastha. Krishna didn't leave his body in Krishna form. You know this? Krishna didn't leave the body in Krishna's form, two-hand form. He left the body in Narayan form. Yes, he didn't leave the body in his own form, because his form is eternal. He showed that thing, his form is eternal. And when he was living, he first changed himself in four-arm form. And that guy, Jara, who had pierced that, he was astonished what was happening. He became very afraid. So he fell down at his feet. And he said, don't worry. This is all because my illusory potency, these things are happening. You don't worry. He sent him back to Vaikuntha. Can you believe how much merciful he was? He sent Jara in his presence back to Vaikuntha. He didn't send Daruk back to Vaikuntha, even though he was Sarthi for such a long time. But he sent Jara back to Vaikuntha. Because he was fulfilling his dream. Whatever he wanted, that has been happening. And then his horses, his chariot, and his all the clubs, disc, everything went up in the air. When Daruk came out of the chariot, everything went up in there and went to Vaikuntha. So Krishna left the body not in Krishna's form, two-hand form. He left the body in four-arm form, Vishnu form. Just to show the world that he is not normal. He is not normal. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, so now question comes, how to solve the problem? What is that? How to give up bad habits. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that if you want to get the higher taste, you have to give up the old taste. So there is a sloka in chapter 2, text number 59. Vishya vinirvartante niraharasya dehina rasvarjam rasu apyasya param drishtva nirvartate. So I'll increase bit more to the font. Can everybody see this? So I'll just read it and follow with me. Vishya virvartante. I think better you read the English one, the translation one, many people. Vishya vinirvartante. Niraharasya dehinaha. Rashvarjam rasho apiyasya. Param drishtva nirvartate. Vishya vinirvartante. Niraharasya dehina. Rashvarjam rasho apiyasya. Param drishtva nirvartate. Vishya vinirvartante. Niraharasya dehina. Rashvarjam rasho apiyasya. Param drishtva nirvartate. So, we'll go to the translation. Naresh Prabhu can read the translation. Okay, just...
The embodied soul may be restricted from sense enjoyment, though the taste for sense objects remains. But seizing such engagements by experiencing a higher taste is fixed in consciousness.
Yeah, do it again, Prabhu. Do.
The embodied soul may be restricted from sense enjoyment, though the taste for sense object remains, but seizing such engagements by experiencing a higher taste, he is fixed in consciousness.
So, by experiencing higher taste, he is fixed in consciousness. So, that is the important point to note here. So, once you get the higher taste, then you leave the bad taste or older taste. But until unless you get the higher taste, you will not leave your bad taste. So, how to get the higher taste? That is the key point. So, you want to give up smoking, you want to give up, taking tea or coffee. Many people take it. It's very difficult to give up. But how to give up? There is a solution. Get higher taste. Now you say, how can I get higher taste? And here, in the beginning what Krishna is telling, the embodied soul may be restricted from sense enjoyment, though the taste for sense objects remains. Even though you are trying to restrict yourself not to eat, not to drink coffee, not. But inside, the taste is there. So the question is how to give up the bad taste. And how to give up bad taste means how to get higher taste. Then only you can give up bad taste. How to get higher taste. So I'll tell you my own example. Very simple example. And 10 years or 15 years back, His Holiness, one Maharaj came, it's quite, 10, 15 years back. The Maharaj has, this, they had arrangement program near Wollongong. What is the name of that place, Prabhu? Near Wollongong, they have that, they time to time, they organize that program. Okay, anyway. So they had arranged a get together of few, 50, 60 devotees, and I was also part of that. And we stayed there for 2 days. Physically we stayed there. So I was taking tea at that time, and I was very heavy drinker of tea, But then I came to know, 15 years, that in ISKCON people don't drink tea or coffee. Now it become big challenge to me, how to give up. So he told that, this mind is very crook. He always tried to find out some kind of shortcut, And somehow to control the mind. How to control the mind? Because once you take anything bad like tea or coffee, the body programs yourself. When you don't take tea a particular time, you will get headache or something. You don't feel like, easy in your life. But then there only you should question. Can I live without tea? There are so many living entities are living without tea. There are cat, dog, rat. They are also like us. There is no difference between cat, dog and rat. Is that true? Because as per the scripture, we are not the body, we are soul. The soul is present everywhere. Whether you are there or cat there or rat there, dog is there. The body is as per your karma. So if they can live without drinking tea or coffee, you can also live. Because you are also just like any other animal. Unless you have Brahm Jigyasa. As Krishna, in Mahabharata says, this sloka, Ahar Nidra Bhai Maithnam cha Samanyam etat Pashubhir Naranam Dharmo hi tesham adhiko vishesho dharmhin Pashubhir Samanam. Eating, sleeping, mating and defending is common among all living entities. The human being is different than other animal when he has Brahma Jigyasa. When he questions, who am I? Where I came from? Where is my destination? What is the purpose of life? These are the Brahma Jigyasa. These are the real question of life. Then you are different. Otherwise, you see, cat, dog, rat, they also sleep. They produce children, they eat, they die. You also do the same thing. There is no difference. Absolutely, there is no difference. And if you have the consciousness of dog or rat or cat, you will become cat, dog or rat in next life. As you know, the story of Bharat Maharaj. At the end of life, he was thinking about deer. He became deer. So Krishna says, Antakale chamame vashman mukta kalebram ya priyati sadman bhavam yate nase asansya. Whosoever remembers me at the time of death, he will come to me. In this there is no doubt. So that is the thing. Whatever is your state at the end, you will get that state. You will remember Krishna, you will go back to Krishna. If you remember cat, dog, rat, you will become cat, dog and rat. As simple as that. So, to get higher taste, so as I was telling my own example, then for few days, for 3 or 4 days, it was very uneasy for me to live, without tea. Because I used to take 5-6 cups of tea every day. But then, slowly and slowly, I got over. I gave up taking tea. And then, first few 6 months, I was not going close to the tea, You don't know, again, your mind is crook, he will attract you, They come and have tea. What is there in the tea? He is also vegetarian, all kind of crook things will come in your mind. The mind is very crook. So you have to tame your mind properly with the knowledge. With the intelligence, you can control your mind. Because above the mind is the intelligence. There is hierarchy. Sense objects, senses, above the senses, the mind, above the mind is the intelligence, above the intelligence, the soul, above the soul is super soul. So there is hierarchy there. So through intelligence you can control. But most important thing is the mercy of the Lord. Once you get the mercy of the Lord, everything will come automatically. You don't have to sit, in forest and meditate on Supreme Personality. You engage yourself in the service of the Lord. Chant Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So this Mahamantra is so powerful, it cleanses your heart. It will be able to give you the strength to control your mind automatically. You don't have to take separate effort. That is the power of Mahamantra. That is the power of Mahamantra is nothing but bhakti, devotion service. So by bhakti, everything is possible. Nothing is difficult. One who is engaged in devotional service, Lord gives him all the mercy, all kinds of mercy. You want to pass examination with good mark? Try it. Do bhakti of Krishna, you will pass all the examination without any problem. This is a guarantee, I can tell you. This is the truth. There are so many examples are there. So many examples are there. I have seen in my own life, I have seen life of many of the students that take classes on Bhagavad Gita every Saturday in Kogra area. We have got the hall program. Last Saturday of the month we have hall program in Kogra. Every Saturday of the month from 6:30 to 8:30 we have online classes. I have seen many devotees, sons and daughters, they do extremely well because Lord's mercy is there. So Lord's mercy, everything is possible. You can give a bad habit very easily. So the higher test basically means engage yourself in the service of the Lord. When you engage yourself in the service of the Lord, automatically your mind will get control. automatically you'll become fearless. Automatically you can think what you otherwise will not be able to think. Any work that you do, you'll get finished within no time. You give 1 hour, 1.5 hour to Krishna for chanting, in return Krishna will give you 3 hours. You say, how can it possible? I'm telling you. If your work takes 4 hours and Krishna makes you do that work in 1 hour, haven't you saved 3 hours? Yes, you saved 3 hours. But to recognize that 3 hours, you need intelligence. Unfortunately, normal people cannot see that, don't have that intelligence. But when you engage in bhakti, you will get that intelligence. You will see that in your real life. Krishna says, Sarvasham hridhi sannivishto mata smriti jnanam apohanam cha vedescha sarver aham eva vedyo vedant krit vedvidev chaham. I am seated in everyone's heart. From comes knowledge, remembrance and forgetfulness. So knowledge, who gives you knowledge? Krishna gives you knowledge. Forgetfulness, who gives you forgetfulness? Krishna gives you. Now you say, why Krishna should give me forgetfulness? If I read any book and Krishna gives me forgetfulness, I forgot everything. Why Krishna has to give forgetfulness? Krishna doesn't give forgetfulness in that way. Krishna gives you forgetfulness because you have taken millions of births. If you remember all the previous birth, you are not able to sleep. So Krishna gives you forgetfulness so that you don't remember your previous birth. Is that true? Someone goes to, war field, 1 or 2 things they see in the war field, rest of the life, all is spoiled. They cannot forget the scene. They get disturbed throughout the rest of the life. So that is why Krishna gives you forgetfulness. So this is very important. Krishna is seated in your heart. Whatever he thinks, Krishna knows that. So if you engage in bhakti of Krishna, then automatically you will get good intelligence. Automatically you will be able to do things very quickly. You will get so much of energy, you will amaze yourself. Other people will ask you, how is it possible? It is all happening by Krishna's energy. Krishna is playing with you. Krishna is giving you energy to remember everything that you have done. To do things quickly, in proper way. Same work, other person will do, he will take 3 hours, but you will be able to do in 1 hour. So this is the key point. Bhakti is the key point to get higher taste. So once you get higher taste, you will be able to give up your bad habits. And I have told you, I got higher taste because when I was attending that seminar, I was told that you chant 16 rounds. I started chanting 16 rounds. You should not drink tea or coffee. I said, oh, it's very difficult. But then I tried and it did work. For 2-3 days, I was very uncomfortable. But it just wasn't 2-3 days. If 2-3 days of your effort can save rest of your life, wouldn't you like to do it? Yes. If somebody is smoking and he joins Krishna consciousness, starts chanting, if he doesn't smoke 2-3 days and rest of life he will not smoke, is not a good thing? Yes, it is a good thing. So many, Srila Prabhupada when he was here, many of the followers were drug addict. But see the change because of association with pure devotee, that they gave up their bad habits, they become Maharaj, so and so. They became temple president. They started eating only vegetarian food. Most of us here are from Indian background or Nepal or some other background. By nature we are vegetarian. But those who are from Western background, by nature they are not vegetarian. For them giving up is very difficult. But if they can give up, why can't you? If they can give up their bad habits of smoking and drinking, you can also give up. Try yourself. Has any scientist has told this smoking is good? No. Drinking is good? No. Drug taking is good? No. Then if nobody is supporting, why you are taking it? Because you didn't have higher taste. You didn't have higher taste, that is you are not giving up. The higher taste comes when you engage yourself in the service of the Lord, higher taste comes. Then this mind is very crook. The mind is best of friend, mind is worst enemy as well. Bhagavad says, Bandhuratma atmanastasya yein atma atmanita anatmanastu sattute bandhuratmastampa. That means this mind can become your friend if you use properly with your intelligence, otherwise the same mind will take you down. Same mind will take you down. That is why in the society, why there are different categories of people? Why? Because they are in different modes of nature. Because they are not in the service of the Lord. They have not tested the higher test like other devotee has taken. Why devotee can give up bad habit very easily? Because they got the higher test. If by following 4 regulative principles, no smoking, no drinking, no illicit sex, no gambling, if they follow these 4 regulative principles, your life will be successful. If you do bhakti, at least you don't go to the shopping mall and buy something unnecessary and dump it at home, and then again you have very nice, garage sale after 1 year. Does that make sense? First, see, you wasted your money, you wasted your time to bring that item. Again, you wasted your time to sell that item out of your house. If the same time you can use for bhakti, then your life is successful. You will become very rich because you are not wasting your time in going to the coffee shop or some other non-vegetarian shop to eat non-vegetarian items. You are not wasting your time. You save your money as well as time. That is why in general Indians are very, very good, very rich here. Everywhere, not only here, UK, US, doesn't matter where you go, because the most of them, they eat at home. Because that culture is there from birth. And they save a lot of money compared to others. How many you have seen any Indian beggar here? I'm telling you very honestly, how many you have seen? Probably none. Somebody who is mentally upset, that is a different thing, that you can't control, anybody. If a person is mentally upset, then he is as good as a dead person. He can do anything. Otherwise, you will not find that. The reason is this. Because by nature, they eat at home. They cook at home, they'll offer prasad, and they eat. So this is a very important point to note that we should not eat any food which is not offered to Krishna. Krishna says, Yagya sishta sina sancho muchyante sarvkilvase bhujante te togham papa ye pachanti atma karnant. The devotees of the Lord, they eat only the food which is offered to the Lord. Those who eat food without offering to the Lord, they eat only sin, pap. They eat pap only. And on Ekadasi, those who eat grains, they also eat sin only. See, there are certain rules and regulations. If you follow, your life will be successful. This is a very important point. Anyone has got any question? Any question that you have? Okay, if you don't have any question, you know what is Adhik Maas is? What is Purushottam Maas is? What is Adhik Maas? Why you call Adhik? Extra month. But from where the extra month comes? We have 12 months, we know why the extra month. Okay. Very true, Mata is very right. That in our Shastras, in Sanatana Dharma, we follow the lunar calendar. Lunar calendar means, as per the lunar position, we calculate our horoscope, everything. And all these, yagnas, when there is a Janmashtami, when is a Radhashtami, when is a Ramnavami, all these things are calculated based on lunar calendar, not the sun calendar. In the sun calendar, every year we will get the date, same date. Just like Christmas is every year on 25th of December. But in lunar calendar, every year, the Janmashtami is not following the same day of the solar calendar. So lunar calendar is different than solar calendar. What is the lunar calendar? Earth is moving, revolving around the sun. Am I right? And moon is revolving around the earth. Does that mean the moon is not revolving around the sun? Moon is also revolving around the sun. Am I right? Sun is moving around the Earth is moving around the sun. In which direction? Anyone knows which direction Earth moves around the revolves around the sun? Anti-clockwise. They go anti-clockwise. Similarly, the moon revolves around the earth in anti-clockwise direction. So because moon is also moving around the earth and earth is revolving around the sun, that means moon is also revolving around the sun. So moon takes 354 days, roughly 354 days to move around the sun, one cycle. But the earth takes 365.25 days, roughly, to move, to revolve around the sun. So how many days differences are there? Roughly 11 days differences. Less than 11, something, roughly 11 days. So this 11 days, roughly 11 days, when gets accumulated over the 3 years time, roughly 2.5 years time, then it creates an extra month. And that is why it's called Adhik Mas, means extra month. Adhik means extra. And it's also called Purushottam month, because every month there is demigod who is looking after every month. So this month comes once in roughly 3 years. No demigod wanted to become, the head of that month. Then Lord Krishna said, I'll become the head of that month, and that month will be known as Purushottam Mas. And whosoever will do any bhakti in that month will get 16 times more pious result than if somebody would have done otherwise on Damodar month, on Kartik month. So that is how the Purushottam Mas become very important. Okay? I'll give you very quick this thing, why the moon will take 354 days, but earth will take 365 days. I'll give you very quick this thing in 1 minute. I'll show you one. Can you see this? So this is the sun. The sun is much larger than earth, but think time being that this is the sun at the center of this elliptical orbit. And this is the earth and this is the moon. So earth is moving around the sun in anti-clockwise direction. Moon is also moving around, revolving around the earth in the anti-clockwise direction. So let us suppose in the beginning, at particular time, 0 time, the all are in one line. Moon, earth and sun. Now when it has started revolving around anti-clockwise, the earth has moved only 60 degrees, but you can see the moon has moved 90 degrees. Am I right? Same time. So T0 you are here at T0 time, T1 time you are here. So in T0, between T0 and T1 time, earth has moved only 60 degrees roughly, and moon has moved 90 degrees. So who will reach first? Who will make one cycle quickly? Moon, isn't it? Because moon has only moved 90 degrees, while earth has moved only 60 degrees. So 360 degrees, so how many times moon has to move? Only 4 times more. But the earth has to move 6 times. So that is how 365 days earth takes to move around the sun. However, the moon takes only 354 days. And this difference is causing 11 days difference roughly. When it gets accumulated in 3 years time, roughly 2.5 years time, it becomes Adhik Mas, and that Adhik Mas is known as Purushottam Mas. And it's a very significant Mas because any bhakti that you do in this month will be very beneficial for you. 16 times more. Yes. Yes. So that is how the Adhik Mas comes. Anybody has any question? Otherwise, we'll stop here. My name is Prabhash Krishna Das, and we are taking. There are so many Bhakti Viksha group here. I am also part of one of Bhakti Viksha group. Every Saturday between 6:30 to 8:30 Bhagavad Gita class, online class. If you want to join, you can contact me, or you can contact Naresh Prabhu, and we can put you in our email list, and you will get the Google Hangout notification. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Sri Radha Gopinath Bhagwan ki jai.
His Grace Prabhash Krishna Pr ki jai. What a wonderful class. Thank you, Prabhuji. Now, Purushottam Mas ki jai. So as we all know that Purushottam Mass is going on at the moment, and it is very auspicious to offer a lamb to the Lord. So today, because it's Sunday, there will be a lot of devotees will be there to offer the lamb. So instead of offering the usual way of offering 7 times, etc., we are going to offer it only 3 times to Radha Gopinath and give a chance to the other devotee to do it, because there are so many devotees and they will not be able to offer the lamb today. So please cooperate and pray. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
की और निताय की हाथ में लेके बजाओ यार।
जय राधा गोपीनाथ, राधा गोपीनाथ श्री राधे। जय राधा गोपीनाथ, राधा गोपीनाथ श्री राधे।